Women's sexuality has long been misunderstood, often oversimplified by societal norms and outdated stereotypes. However, modern psychological research reveals that female sexual desire is far more complex, dynamic, and influenced by a combination of biological, emotional, and social factors. Unlike men, whose sexual responses tend to be more straightforward, women's arousal, attraction, and satisfaction are deeply connected to context, emotions, and even subconscious cues. In today's video, we explore some of the most shocking psychological facts about women's sexuality, from the fluid nature of their desires to the surprising ways their brains react to intimacy. These insights challenge common misconceptions and offer a deeper understanding of what truly drives female sexual attraction and arousal. Let's dive in. 1. Women's sexuality is more fluid than men's. Research suggests that women are more likely to shift their sexual preferences over time. Unlike men, who typically have more fixed orientations, women may experience attraction to different genders based on emotional or situational factors. For example, a woman who has only dated men might develop feelings for another woman later in life. Some women identify as heterosexual but later fall in love with a same-sex friend, even without prior same-sex attraction. 2. Arousal and desire don't always align. Studies show that women can experience physiological arousal without actually feeling turned on. This is called arousal non-concordance. A woman watching an erotic movie might have a physical response, even if she doesn't feel mentally aroused or interested in sex. This is different from men, where physical and psychological arousal are usually more synchronized. 3. Women are more likely to experience responsive desire. Men often experience spontaneous desire, meaning they can get aroused without much stimulation. Women, on the other hand, are more likely to experience responsive desire, which means their arousal grows after being emotionally or physically stimulated. A woman may not initially feel like having sex, but after kissing or cuddling, she begins to feel desire. This is why foreplay is often more important for women. 4. Women are more attracted to personality than looks. Studies show that women tend to prioritize traits like confidence, humor, intelligence, and emotional depth over physical appearance when choosing a partner. This is because attraction for women is often multi-layered, combining emotional, intellectual, and physical factors. A woman may not find a man physically attractive at first, but after getting to know him, she might develop a deep attraction because of his personality and the way he makes her feel. 5. Women's sexual fantasies are more emotional and narrative-driven. Compared to men, women's sexual fantasies often involve romantic build-up, emotional connection, and storytelling. Power dynamics, dominance and submission also tend to be more common in women's fantasies. While a man might fantasize about a simple sexual encounter, a woman's fantasy may involve a detailed storyline, like being seduced by a mysterious stranger in a romantic setting. 6. Ovulation increases sexual desire. Hormonal changes during a woman's cycle can intensify sexual desire, particularly around ovulation, when she is most fertile. During this time, women may also feel drawn to more dominant, masculine men. Research shows that women tend to prefer men with deeper voices and strong jawlines when ovulating, but they may prefer more nurturing partners at other times. 7. Women are more likely to be bisexual or heteroflexible. Studies suggest that women's sexual orientation is more flexible than men's. Even heterosexual women are more likely to fantasize about or engage in same-sex experiences than heterosexual men. A woman who identifies as straight might still find herself attracted to another woman in an emotional or sexual way, even if she's never considered herself bisexual. 8. Sexual satisfaction is strongly linked to emotional intimacy. For many women, emotional connection and trust play a significant role in sexual enjoyment. Feeling safe, loved, and emotionally close enhances physical pleasure. A woman in a long-term relationship might only feel fully satisfied in bed when she feels emotionally connected to her partner. Without that connection, she might struggle with arousal or orgasm. 9. Brains react differently to porn than men's. Men typically respond to visual stimulation alone, while women's brains show stronger responses when there's a storyline or emotional build-up in erotic content. Women are more likely to enjoy erotic literature, like romance novels, because they focus on relationships and emotional connections, whereas men tend to prefer short, visually explicit content. 10. Stress can reduce sexual desire in women. High stress and anxiety can suppress women's libido due to increased levels of cortisol, the stress hormone. While men sometimes use intimacy as a stress reliever, women often need to feel relaxed before they can experience arousal. A woman dealing with work stress might struggle to feel turned on, even if she's in a loving relationship. This is why relaxation and emotional reassurance are often necessary for women before intimacy. Women's sexuality is complex, dynamic, and influenced by emotions, relationships, and biology. Unlike the traditional belief that men and women have similar sexual drives, science shows that women's arousal and attraction are much more fluid and context-dependent.